Yeah. Carson, shouldn't you be mowing something?
Okay, now that this is actually live, Carson, we're now live, so don't say that again.
All right, I won't say that
Okay.
again.
So anyway, we're going to be doing a little bit of random here. We have no viewers at this point, but I wanted to start the conversation on something, a little bit relevant to the times. So I'm going to ask just a quick blurb what your view is of different topics. Now, first, we're going to start with corporal punishment. When I say corporal punishment, I mean what do you think the best way to punish a corporal in the military is?
Oh, yeah.
Spanking.
Oh yeah, spanking. That will really teach them.
Yeah.
No, they just got guys shooting at them, 24 hours a day. But I'm sure spanking would teach them a lesson.
I would like to think. I think a severe tickling.
That might actually, in a weird, strange fucking way, work.
Very strict and heavy tickling would be best. Yes.
Okay, Jackie. Corporals in the military, how should they be punished? We're talking corporal punishment once again.
I'm just saying, we were spanking.
Oh, okay. Stan.
Fair enough.
I think it should be corporals who give the punishment, shouldn't it?
No. We're talking punishment of corporals. Yes.
That's usually done by a general, I think.
Oh, wouldn't that be general punishment?
General
punishment. You're punishing the generals. You're right.
Well, it's better than major punishment.
Oh, that's true. That is definitely true.
The wrestling name right there.
Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
okay, now that we've discussed corporal punishment, maybe we should move on to the next topic, which is the topic of abortion. Now, of course, in this case, when I'm talking about abortion, what I'm talking about is, you start doing something and then you have to stop suddenly because of some other circumstances.
Abort.
Yes, exactly, like a missile launch, for example, when you have to abort at the last moment.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about this kind of abortion?
Well, I got a short story about this.
I'm frightened. Go ahead.
Yeah, some time ago, when I was doing stand-up, I toured a few places, and this fucking chick was like, "Well, you got a son for me, right?" I'm like, "A son?" And then so, I was done, so I forgot all about that conversation. I ended up showing up at her house, right? And her son comes out, and he's walking around, and he's all like, "Oh, it's been years, nigga. Now you just come around to come see me?" And I'm like, "Don't flatter yourself, little motherfucker. I had a show around town. Your mom just told me to come by, And anyway, I should have aborted that mission, and I didn't.
There you go.
It was very hard. Yeah.
Okay, next. Let's move on down the road.
Is this live?
Yeah.
Letitia, if you're watching, that ain't my son.
So, once again, right now the topic is abortion, meaning you start doing something and you suddenly realize either you shouldn't have done it or you have to stop what you're doing. For example, a missile launch. Okay, moving on down the road.
I'd like to abort smoking.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good thing worth aborting, yes.
I find when you're going to abort a task or abort something, it's always better to do it with a bottle of peroxide and a coat hanger. What?
Jackie?
Yeah?
He's talking about bleaching clothes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What?
That hair color.
Oh, I get it.
What did you think I meant?
I have no idea.
We thought maybe you meant pouring down the peroxide down some pussy and digging
Thanks,
No.
That would burn too much. No.
Depraved. That's extremely depraved, and I don't appreciate it that you would think that of me. So sorry. Carson.
What?
Unbelievable, sir. Absolutely unbelievable.
When I think of abortion, I think of the time when when Lenny had to abort that woman who said she wanted to marry him.
That's right. That's right. That was an ejection.
That is certainly the
Yeah.
kind of mission that needs to be aborted. Yes.
Yes. And
Well,
I probably would have done the same thing.
And Benaberry, you've been sent your link.
Yay, Benberry!
how's it going, Brenda Burr?
Burn a pearl.
Sounds like a cereal from Post. Get your better.
The next very serious question is going to be pertaining to theology.
All right.
Now, some of you may not be old enough to be familiar with theology.
G'day.
Hey, Benaberry. Okay. Now, some people may not be old enough to really understand theology, but back when the Huxtables, that Bill Cosby show was on 8 years ago, one of the characters on there was named Theo, a young black gentleman, and he was actually very popular with a number of the ladies. So, the weird fan following that this individual had during the show, which is kind of a wishy-washy character. What's your take on that? Let's talk theology.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's always best to be able to spit Gandhi, quote some Gandhi to a chick before you bet her. That's something you'll from Malcolm Jamal Warner generally. You try to incorporate that, intellectualism just to get the chick in the bed because his character kind of reflects that. And so he's adopting that. Like even today, he still has that Theo Huxtable swag to him.
Yeah, even when he was in Jeremiah, he still had that swag. You're right.
He's in Sons of Anarchy now.
He was actually really good in Jeremiah too.
He has a new show coming out. His poetry show. It's going to be nothing but celebrities and regular people, that do poetry on stage. Last time he did it, it was a smash hit show, but Stars canceled it like super fucking early for some reason. But he had people like DMX and Erykah Badu and Nelly Furtado do poetry on stage. It was brilliant.
And just okay. I don't know how much we're going to be able to go with this one. So, since it seems to be topical at the moment, want to get an idea of what kind of people we have in the room and where you stand morally. So I'm going to ask everybody whether they believe in dog or not.
dog?
Yes, dog. D-O-G. The opposite of Tak. Tak, the god of hellfire and all that. So then you have dog, which is, of course, the creator of, I don't know. The creator of cuteness, yes. Yes. According to the strange sacred text of Jackie.
Well, I believe in dog.
You do believe in dog, okay. What kind of dog do you believe in?
I believe in pugs because they remind me. Yeah, see, because they remind me of like little hairy. Well, I guess there's really no distinction between a pug and Joe Pesci, but it kind of reminds me of Joe Pesci, and I like pugs or dogs. That reminds me of Joe Pesci. I want to buy a fedora for one.
Okay, Stan. Do you believe in dog, and if so, what kind?
I would have to believe in the wolf. I mean, they are the mother of all dogs.
Fair enough.
I agree. I actually agree with Stan.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a matter of believing in dog. I think it's a matter of accepting the truth of dogs.
Ah, yes.
Wait, can I change my answer? Because their answers is all like super awesome, and mine was about Joe Pesci.
Sorry, dude. We're talking dog here. We're not talking the Joe Pesci religious thing that Carlin used to talk about.
I think it's very ignorant of you, 13, to ask whether I believe it. It's as if you're saying that dog is a principle that you believe or don't believe in when it's actually a fact. Dog is a fact. Just like the spider flu.
Well, I'm really not positive that dogs are necessarily facts. I think they might just be dogs.
You are so ignorant. Willfully ignorant. You know that dogs are facts.
Well, since we're seriously at an impasse here, let's move down the road to good old Len there.
Okay.
Well, I don't know much about dogs, but I know a lot about bitches.
Ah. Well, I might be a little bit more.
One of those times where I'm going to end the sentence right there.
That might be wise.
Well, I just want to know, 13, how positive are you? Are you positive or positive?
Oh, no, I did mean positive, yes. I should have been more clear in my pronunciation. I meant positive. Hang on. See, positive, yes. What? So, Benneberry.
Have you guys seen... Oh, go ahead. I'm
Hang on,
sorry.
Benneberry, do you have a dog belief, and if so, what kind?
Well, I guess, are you speaking of the concept dog or the thing that you identify as dog?
Well, the first part is more so the dog concept. The second part is more the particulars of what kind of dog you believe in.
Like, Prudent is my dog.
Fair example, yes. That he
I'd say I believe in big fluffy dogs.
Yeah,
the fluffy kind, yes.
Fluffy kind. They must have the property of fluffiness.
I was going to get my Prudent checked because I swear not too many Prudents out there are that hairless. He has no hair on him.
Well, there are indeed hairless dog breeds. There's one at least, and it's kind of funky looking, but, well.
Yeah, I don't think Prudent's mixed with that at all.
I'm having this awful thought of Ryan being half naked, mostly naked except for his underwear, being led around Carson's neighborhood on a leash by Carson.
Lee's joined us. Hang on one moment. Well, there we go. Lee has joined us, and he made a comment about our initial question pertaining to corporal punishment and how we think we should punish corporals. Would you like me to read it, or would you like to just state it yourself?
I'll state it. I believe they should use the dreaded Rear Admiral.
There you go.
Can this hangout get any more sexier right now?
Yes, I believe it can, but we can also open that up. You know.
Okay.
Wait, can this hangout get any more what?
Sexy.
Sexier.
Oh.
If we
Actually, we're going to ask the question, can this hangout get any more sexy? I dare say, I think that it can.
Yeah,
there you go. Just like that.
There you go.
Kevin's not here.
Now it's more sexy.
It's a little more. No.
However, Jackie's making the point that it could be more sexy if Kevin was here too. So there's definitely subjective valuation that must be made here as well.
Okay.
Because are we talking objectively or subjectively or never mind.
It's objective.
Objective.
It was objective.
You know what? One more thing. Maybe this will up the sexiness right here. Bang.
Okay, we might have just gone down a notch or three, but that's okay. We will accept that because it is subjective after all.
Okay, we need a pinch of Kevin and a whole lot of Kazoom. That would make like the perfect trifecta. Well, not trifecta. There's more of us, but it will be perfect.
It might not be a trifecta, but it is some kind of parallelogon, certainly.
Yes. We need a lot of Kazoom and a pinch of Kevin.
Out of curiosity,
we need more than a pinch of Kevin.
hang on though, Jackie. I'm surprised you're not objecting to this because he is talking about pinching Kevin.
No.
Protect your man. Come on.
You got one cheek, I'll pinch the other.
I want you to know, one of these days, I'm going to get Kevin. I'm going to break his behind. I'm going to bust it up.
Figure out what a behind is. You may feel free to try and do so.
It has to do with the Rear Admiral again.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be my gay part date right there, the Real Admiral.
I thought your gay porn name was going to be Bahyman.
No.
Hang on, we should probably keep going on because we're talking about, of course, objectionable things. So we should probably go on to yet another
Listen, my
potentially
porn
objectionable topic, and let's talk for a moment about patriotism in North Korea.
Patriotism in North Korea, fuck me. Are you sure we can't spend more time talking about what I'm going to do to Kevin right in his bottom?
No!
Well,
no. Okay, let's talk about patriotism.
No. We're trying to be serious here. We don't want to button up the entire conversation.
So I don't spend all night talking about Kevin's bottom.
Nice reference.
Thank you. Benneberry, do you know that your avatar looks like Robert Downey Jr. stuck in a fucking washing machine?
I'm loving the
Is that what you were saying as well?
Yeah. Hang on. I have to point out. I have to point out that you were breaking up while you were saying that, but you were breaking up to sound like Chris for a moment. You were breaking up in such a way that it sounded like you might have been in a dryer spin cycle.
Yeah, loving the interpretation.
Oh, now that you said that, Lenny, it totally looks like that.
Yeah, looks like Iron Man stuck in a fucking washing machine.
See, it's art. It's whatever makes sense to you.
I fucking love the sightseeing cartoon Lenny has. So like, even when you're not on camera and whenever you start speaking, you can imagine that fucking cartoon character speaking.
Yeah.
Lenny looks like he's been riding a horse or something in that picture.
I don't understand why he put my legs so far the fuck apart.
I thought he did that with pretty much everyone, though.
But I mean, I love it. I think it's fantastic, and I'm hugely grateful that he did it.
Yeah, that's the widest taint ever.
Oh, you
The
know.
widest taint of all.
Lenny, if you really look like that, then I kind of want to know.
That's more. That's. Yeah, I walk around everywhere like a fucking penguin.
Well, now that you do mention it, though, I did once know somebody that had roughly that build. Granted, they were a bull rider.
Oh, sure.
So here's the question: is if that's the way you're identified, how much bull do they think you've ridden?
I'll tell you what, there's scarcely a bull in Central Florida that I haven't been on top of. I can tell you that now.
Or underneath those. Oh,
Easy now. Shots fired now. Look at that.
That's fine.
Of course, I'm thinking we should attempt, if you can hear us at all, to try and bring Jamie into this a little bit.
Jamie, they want you to be in the conversation. Actually, do you know what? You can talk to her while I
Oh, okay. I just wanted to ask her if you were an A cup or a B cup.
Okay. I don't know how much mileage you're gonna get out of that question, but good luck.
Well, you gotta know about these things, 13, you perv.
No. I mean, I can get the general dimensions, but I'm trying to figure out whether Lenny is an A cup or a B cup.
Oh,
You know, I'm figuring based on the rib cage, he's probably about, I don't know, a 42A, maybe B. It's hard to call. We're not talking Kazum. Kazum might be a solid C the way he's going.
oh, but it's sexy though, the way he lays on his
Well, you're saying that because you want to reach out and touch someone, right, Carson?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
But by the way, incidentally, the Q&A is up and running. This is, although I do have something objectionable as the title, this is technically a random hangout, which means random question, random answer.
Can I pull something before we do that?
Oh, no, I'm just giving a disclaimer, remind people there is Q&A. If you want to give us a random question that we will give a random and bizarre answer to, feel free to use it.
Well, shiggity. I would like to plug two things. First, Lee's ass. Second, if you are feeling adventurous, you can go to my channel, The Beautiful Reality, and look at my videos and listen to some of my songs. And I'm sorry for waiting for so fucking
Carson,
long.
are you being a pimp? Are you pimping your channel? You pimping your wares?
I could have put my wares on me. I gotta make my living, baby.
Go ahead, baby.
Listen, y'all niggas need to start watching my videos more, cause I'm barely getting $10. All right? I mean,
He doesn't have to start slapping his videos around now, does he?
I gotta start fucking like watching more, man. Don't cut out the ad so fucking quick. Watch the ad for at least 20 seconds, man.
So back.
I'm losing it.
We'll pay 5 seconds, man. Just at least wait till it goes to 20. Just give it. I gotta eat, son. I gotta eat.
Anyway, let's get back to these serious questions at hand. The next big topic that I'm going to reference is going to be white privilege.
Oh, yeah.
And in this, I'm talking about the fact that whenever we have printer paper or paper that we write on, the paper is always white. Why do you think that is? And do you think that this is a problem?
Well, personally, I like to write on black paper myself.
Okay.
But when you write on black paper, you have to write with whiteout. So there's still a...
Yeah, that definitely seems discriminatory against the black paper. They just don't make the right kind. Generally, make the right kind of media to write on. They did have those really nice gold and silver colored pens for a while that would work, but
everyone hates them.
Personally, I think the high contrast black ink on white is a little straining on the eye sometimes. I think our paper should be like an off-white or like some kind of gray tone or
more like resume paper. Perhaps.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want
I
to go straight white for the resume because, you know.
Yeah, man. And, I mean, that shit gives me energy, you know, when it's off-white. Because I get to...
And now she's pausing to tell him how deranged all of his friends are. Yay.
I'm trying to have a thought. These motherfuckers are laughing.
You're trying to have a thought while in Colorado.
I have a thought. If these dudes see laughing, shut up. Okay. All right. So, boy, off-color white kind of gives me that energy that keeps me writing.
Oh, and for Lenny, who just got for Lenny's sake, who just got back in here, we're talking about white privilege, specifically the fact that almost all paper happens to be white that we utilize.
Yeah. But if I were to offer my 2 cents on that, it is because the reason why paper is white is because all other colors of paper are inferior to it.
I hate you.
I'm sure it's probably genetic. You know, there's like it's like how there's like prey animals and predator animals. You know, one's
be
just
careful.
superior.
Let's not be too paperist here.
Okay, well, you know, just.
I mean, you don't want those folks from Blue Chat coming after you and accusing you of being paperist again.
Everyone knows most of the country's crime comes from brown paper.
But at the same point, there's so much benefit to utilizing the off-white and tannish paper when you're sending in a resume. They tend to get more attention. And I think that might be because of some kind of strange government program that promotes such things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, everyone knows, like, you know, the different colored papers get more opportunities than the white paper, but the white paper continues to succeed, probably just because it's the best paper. I mean,
and look what happens when you recycle white paper. It turns brown. There's something wrong there.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. What color
back to its proper state? Yeah.
We also need to
alcohol
make
bottles covered
sure we're not. We also need to make sure we're not mixing papers, because that would be a bad thing.
Oh,
No, that happens all the time. No. The mixing happens all the time, but if you'll notice, when you go and you get an assorted pack of paper, it's always different colors. There's never white in there.
oh my God.
It's almost like a. There's almost like a rainbow of colors in that. I think it's almost like a gay agenda, perhaps.
Oh, maybe that is part of the gay agenda, yeah. You know, there are many happy paperists out there.
Perhaps maybe society will give black piece of paper and brown pieces of paper a lot more opportunities. life together, perhaps maybe there wouldn't be so much crime.
Well, the reality of the situation is, and the old adage I think works here as it does in many other places. Once you go black, your parents don't talk to you anymore.
Hey, Carson, I'll say this: we do have blackboards in schools, so you know.
I must point out those blackboards more often than not tend to be green.
Oh yeah.
And from what I've been told, they've been pretty much stricken from the school system.
Black pieces of paper didn't land on Plymouth Rock.
Yeah, and actually, wait, that's a very important thing to note. He's absolutely correct. And this should be stated not of the original Plymouth Rock, but all of the subsequent ones as well, because where they have the quote-unquote Plymouth Rock located is in an area where there's a lot of erosion from water coming in, so they have to replace it about every decade.
Goes again.
None of the Plymouth Rocks.
But I think the issue that we're avoiding here, and I wish we wouldn't, is that the worst kind of paper is, of course, sandpaper, because they're just terrorists. Society. Shots fired! Look out now!
The white piece of paper apologize to the red piece of paper for taking his land yet? I don't think so.
No. You mean for taking his ink?
For taking the
paper? What are you talking about, dude?
The worst problem is you don't see the lower grade, more softer sandpaper. You don't see that speaking out against the harder edge sandpapers.
You're right. You're absolutely
right. That's right.
You see them all the time. They're always talking about how the rougher pieces of paper always take a little bit more, you know.
That is not a paper of peace. I'm sorry.
The soft piece of paper.
Not a paper of peace. Not at all.
How about transparencies? Where do they sit?
For that matter, you don't tend to see your basic white cheap computer paper speaking out against your expensive bonded white paper either.
Well, no. I mean, there's definitely a class difference there between the two. You know? And I mean, there's much less of the bonded paper. There's much less of the paper that has, you know, the varied watermarks and this kind of stuff than there is a general paper. So this is, of course, held in a much higher regard and, you know, tends to be considered the elite.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've seen some poor white trash papers out there.
The elitism that takes place, like, you know, with your thinner white papers versus, like, even on another level with your thicker, heavier cardstock papers. Because those guys, they have more medical problems.
Hey now.
They're heavier grade paper, you know?
These white trash papers, they...
Paper cuts those big cause are awful.
Yeah, you know, there is a certain liability with the heavier grade papers that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, and these white trash papers keep these more upper-class conservative papers in government and in power. They're not out for their own interest.
Trying to use a heavier stock in the government, you're right, yes.
This joke has been going for 10 minutes.
Wait. Hang on. No. The thing is, you really need to talk about the publishing industry, though, because in terms of submissions for books and this and that, they actually enforce how white your paper must be when you do your submission.
That's right.
Yeah.
It must be 95%.
I think that my favorite paper, though, is construction paper.
That's right.
Construction paper, there are all colors.
But feminists don't like walking by.
Yeah, but that's just for those artsy people. Hey, Jade.
Hey, I will have you know I have a big stack of construction paper in 2 sizes.
I knew you would. You would be on my side.
I have lots and lots of construction paper too.
But still, we really need to address the rainbow agenda of that construction paper.
Well, of course. Why do you think I have big stacks of construction paper?
Oh, there we go.
I'm pushing the rainbow agenda.
But the big thing now with construction paper, I think it's been in the news quite recently and in various websites, is with regard to its relationship to, like, your more nicer, thinner, very nicely, delicately embroidered papers, is the catcalling that takes place between the construction paper. Yeah. Because
I
it's
hear
just
a lot of,
Well, at least it's not racist.
I hear a lot of guilt here, a lot of liberal guilt. A lot of people saying they have all kinds of colors of paper. You know, they're saying, "Oh, I have all kinds of construction paper and all kinds of black paper." You know, it sounds like an excuse.
The white
They are jealous. I think they are jealous because brown paper tend to have bigger tubes,
Well,
and they are
I
jealous.
would.
Yeah, you're right. The packaging does tend to be slightly larger on the construction paper. Yes.
And I would like to point out that as far as pens go, I most commonly use a black ink pen. I rarely use a white ink pen.
Well, the white ink, we were discussing that earlier as part of this whole paperist white, the whole thing with white paper, you know, and that white privilege seen by within the white paper.
Well, you know,
the fact that there's so few white or other writing implements, it's mostly black or blue. And this is an interesting thing, which, you know, apparently black and blue is really the thing amongst those with white privilege.
Well, now, see, Jade makes an interesting point. While Jade, I'm sure that you do use a black substance with which to write on your white paper, you have to use a white substance to come in and correct all the black's mistakes.
Oh dear. Well, I was also going to say there is certainly some implications for missignation with using black ink on white paper. I'm surprised the people in the South didn't stop that nonsense long ago. We should have been using red ink on white paper. Or they should have
done that too.
And I think we can all agree the yellows, they're worthless.
Yeah. either as paper or as ink.
No, stop. When you're sitting there and you're doing something that's not important, you always use the yellow lined paper because you don't want to waste the white.
Well, that's correct. The yellow is the throwaway paper. That's what you use for your drafts.
Oh my god.
However, have you noticed that it's always yellow that everyone goes to for a highlighter?
Wait, Carson, try to stay with us. Don't button it up now. We're doing good with this.
Oh, man.
The title of this hangout is Racism in the Stationery Department.
The title of this on-air hangout is Something Objectionable.
Oh, and why does everyone just decide to trash any paper that's ripped or crumbled or has a little cut in it or something? It's like if your paper's not perfect, then it's not worth it.
Oh, and in this, even more so in the schools, and the schools just will not accept that paper if it's proper state. Yes.
Yeah.
You can fold it a little bit, but no.
A good crumple, baby. It just adds more substance to them. That's all it does.
Do it. Look, Carson, you can sit there and you can say whatever you want, mate, but the bottom line is... I'm about to say this live on air. The bottom line is that black paper just doesn't work.
But we're talking about the fact that torn and crumpled paper is considered completely useless and worthless.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're making some crappy little note to yourself that you're going to throw out later. I mean, this is something that really be discarded.
You've got it. Very good point. A crumpled paper, torn paper, imperfect paper is a perfect opportunity to make a statement using art.
Yes.
I do tend to use crumpled tissue paper.
Well, that
depends on what it was doing before it was crumpled.
No, honey, we're not talking about tissue paper. We just don't talk about that.
We even more don't talk about toilet paper.
Yeah.
Well,
and you notice that's always white? Have you noticed that that's always white?
But here's the thing.
No, Jade, it's always white, but it never fucking stays that way.
Hang on, though. This might be an important point because you brought up the bastardized papers, you know, the lesser papers, things like paper towels and toilet paper and these kind of things. Now, when paper started, you know, all those years ago, it was these kind of flimsy, weak substances, kind of like that, and now we have, you know, real paper. So, how did the real paper get here if it had to come with these supposed lowly origins? I mean, can we really say that paper came from these other kind of papers? Why would there still be those kind of papers still?
Where
Yeah,
are
there's
the
different
transitional
kinds.
papers? Where are the transitional papers?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was some debate over, Barack Obama and seeing his papers, and
Oh, I can believe Obama's gay, but I mean, for them to say that Michelle Obama's a tranny just pisses me off.
They're just jealous because she's got a booty and they don't.
no, Michelle Obama is like in
I'm
my
saying,
top
like-
3 first ladies I bet.
Wait. No. We're talking about something
Absolutely.
objectionable
No,
here.
but
I'm afraid to ask.
here's the thing though, right? Here's the thing though. And I swear I detect a little hint of racism, and here's why. Because Jackie O couldn't even light Michelle Obama's candle, right? So here's my thing. They said shit like that about Mama Bush and Bush Jr.'s wife. They both look like they belong on the fucking dollar bill.
Wait. Mama Bush. So you're talking little blue hair girl.
Oh,
We're talking the old blue hair lady that was just kind of scary looking.
Yeah, the one that looks like George Washington.
Look, don't sit there and talk shit about Barbara Bush. Don't sit there and talk shit about Babs, Carson. She's my host.
And by the way, just to throw this in there for all the women around, to go to show you how sizes have changed. Jackie O, and then Jackie Kennedy, was praised for being a perfect size 12.
Oh,
Marilyn
shit,
was.
ass though.
Marilyn Monroe, I think, was a 16.
I thought it might have been. You're right.
In those sizes of those days. Today, size 12 is what?
Wait. Why are we getting into these trivial topics? We're supposed to be talking about serious things.
Okay, yeah, back to serious things. I did want to point out something. We're
No,
talking about
and
paper,
that is true.
but
When you look
we
at
haven't-
the way Jackie O dressed, all trimmed up and proper and stuff like that, you know she was freak of the week, man. You know what I mean? You know she was doing stuff in that Oval Office.
Oh
that'd
yeah.
make Monica Lewinsky blush.
But so was he.
I think they're still trying to get the stains out of the Lincoln bedroom.
I'm telling you what's happening.
The girl's a freak of my desire.
Okay, we seem to have bottomed up this entire hangout and gotten completely off track.
Well, I did want to bring it to Paper's Big Brother.
Oh, yeah, well, let's talk about Big.
Okay, well, although paper serves its purpose, it's still pretty flimsy, even the best of papers. However, paper, treated a very special way, becomes extremely important. It becomes cardboard. And have you noticed the color of cardboard?
Oh yeah.
It's brown, and it ends up having to do all the hard work, yeah.
That's right. That's right. There you go. Racism. Again, racism. It's
No,
the
no,
brown paper that has
no.
to do all the hard work.
Honey, no, it's paperism.
Oh, paperism. Sorry. Paperism. Paperism.
Cardboard. Brown paper only works if you can get it to work at all.
Yeah, that's true. Much of it has to be corrugated, you're right.
Yeah. But you'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, that it's only the white paper that gets stapled. You know what I mean? Stapled consistently
No,
right in the face.
What about fucking cardboard boxes that have the big giant staples in them? What about
No,
the?
hang on. In terms of things like staples and binders and this kind of stuff, there could be an argument that there is certainly more bondage when it comes to the white paper, yes.
Yeah.
Well, and white
does tend to
paper
get
is
bound
always,
often.
yeah, white paper is always getting bonded to cardboard because it's the white paper that are the labels.
Well,
Yeah,
they need to make it presentable so it can say something useful for itself.
that's
It has to be intelligible. Come on now.
that says something about the music industry. It's always the white labels that has these dark papers underneath them doing the hard work. It makes no.
Well, there's other things that paper, varied kinds of paper are sometimes used for. I went to the store at one point, and there was brown paper that was being used to wrap axe blades.
What?
Yeah. Actual axe blades in a store I was looking at had this brown paper covering the blade of the axe. So it could be inferred that when you're dealing with axes or axing things, that you need to have some kind of paper over there to dull the point.
Well, and here where I live, the brown paper is used to wrap meat.
Oh, stop.
I don't know.
Don't get him going. Don't get him started.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, motherfucker.
I think one of the big concerns is all the lies and all of the misinformation that's coming out of the newspapers. How troubling
Oh,
that.
that's a bastard paper. That's not even real paper.
Well,
It's some sort of...
I have to kind of agree with that, because that does seem like it might be a transitional form between real paper and toilet paper.
Transitional form.
It does have that thin kind of flimsy quality to it. That may be a transitional form. Yes.
Speaking of thin and flimsy things, I have to go pee, so I'm going to pass it over to Jamie.
Jamie, is he really like hung like a horse?
So, in any case,
Okay.
just as we do have some folks in here that are, relative new additions that might have missed the first part of this, there were other topics covered, and
I'm sure Lenny has a big penis.
I'd like to get your take on a couple of the topics we discussed. The first of which is corporal punishment. How do you think we should punish corporals? As in corporals in the military, of course.
I don't know. I didn't get it at first either.
Well, I think we threaten them with making them officers.
Ah, okay. The next question that came up was on the topic of abortion. As in, you start performing an action and then you suddenly have to stop, for example, aborting a launch. How do you feel about the abortion issue?
Aborting a what? I missed that.
Like aborting a missile launch, for example.
Oh, well, if all the indications are no go, then you abort.
Okay, you're pretty much for it, no problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If
It's really awkward if you have a missile launch and it fails and ends up landing on the neighbors.
Now, naturally, this can, of course, apply to other tasks, too, potentially. You go to drive to the store, and then you realize, wait, I already have milk, so you abort the trip to the store. This can apply.
Exactly. Yes, that makes much more sense than going to the store anyway just because you started to go to the store. That's
as opposed to aborting because you already have milk. You just realize
Right, exactly. Things like that happen.
If the missile launch seems to be detrimental to both parties, decide to abort.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird though. Like in the case of the missile launch, you're actually you're avoiding consequences. But in the case of aborting getting milk, there's not really consequences.
Well, the consequence is wasting gas in that case.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, you do have to weigh the consequences when considering an abortion.
But the real question is, should the state have any say in whether a person can abort?
Well, I don't think it really should. I mean, it's really up to you whether you continue going to the store just because you left to go and get milk.
Perhaps with missile launches, maybe they have a case, but.
Well, perhaps, yeah, but there are those that seem to think that we shouldn't regulate missile launches.
In other words, there's no excuse to ditch out on milk.
And think of how enormous the cost would be if the police pulled everyone over that looked like they might be going to the store and then suddenly turn around.
Yeah.
And say, have you just aborted your trip?
Yeah.
Enormously expensive.
They might.
I think we can safely say that abortion is a complex question with no real right answers and a lot of moral gray area in between.
Speaking of being pulled over by the cops, the brown pieces of papers have done nothing wrong.
And just they're in the car, even more so if they're in the car with white paper.
Yeah, if they look in the back of the car and see a bunch of brown paper, they're like, is there any meat in that brown paper, sir?
Yeah, and if so, what kind of meat? I hope, and that's usually the game wardens, they're the ones concerned with that.
There could be axes in there as well, don't forget.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
right. Can I ask you a question, sir? Is there any axes in that brown paper?
Yeah. But that paper does seem to dull the axe.
No, there are no axes in my brown paper. I do, however, have an AK-47 that has been changed to fully automatic. The officer says, "Oh, okay, that's fine. You're an American. Second Amendment. Goodbye."
Yeah, man. Lenny, where you at, bitch?
Or at least in Texas, that's what they do.
Well, then that brings up the question whether or not we're allowed to bear scissors, like when we have paper that needs to be cut up. Do we have the right to cut it up?
Oh, that's a question. Yeah, that's.
I got a question for Lee.
And which types of scissors are acceptable to own?
Well, there's another question too that just kind of brought up to mind, and I know it's a little bit random, but I'm the host, so being the host, I can redirect it however I want. Now, I understand that legal paper has a very strong concern in this country about illegal paper, meaning paper that's not legally.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes, I understand they're pushing to make all paper legal size. Now, personally, I object to that because I'm perfectly happy with the 8.5 by 11 that I have. I do not want to change over to legal size paper. I don't care what they.
I bet it's.
So you don't have a problem with continuing to use illegal paper?
I am going to stand on my right to use illegal paper. Screw them.
I bet it's brown paper.
Well, it is the illegal that does a lot of the work.
Yeah, for cheap.
Well, I will tell you that I don't care what color my paper is. If it's good paper, it's good paper.
But you do seem to prefer using illegal paper over legal paper.
Illegal paper
I
is
do.
a lot cheaper to use.
Yeah,
Well, and I'm queer, so of course I would want to use illegal paper.
Right, I have returned, and I want to point out to everybody I'm going to be trying what I hope is a superior Gatorade.
Oh no!
Oh, Seaman Gatorade, awesome.
But he's gone to the Gatorade. Uh-oh. No, don't. Put down the Gatorade. Step away from it. This one might be a keeper. Step away from the Gatorade.
So what I can tell you guys, when I'm enjoying an Insomnia Shuffle, I like to do it with a nice, cool, refreshing Gatorade. Refreshes me.
Want to enjoy a nice, refreshing Gatorade, he was running for his car.
Just don't let him put Gatorade in his car.
Yeah, Gatorade not allowed in his car.
I don't think I told Jamie that story.
When I enjoy an Insomnia Shuffle,
I should have told her that story, but the little bit we told, the little 10% we told just enough to make you worry about which parts.
He's Lenny burning up a lot of electrolytes, is he?
I like to do it with 2 bong hits. Actually, a lot more bong.
Carson, keep Colorado, please.
Yeah, baby.
I was going to ask Carson, how big is your bong?
Oh, Jade. Just because he prefers black paper, you shouldn't be asking him such questions about size.
My bong.
Sorry about that.
I have black bong and it's 8.5 inches, babe.
Anyway.
That'll never
I decide for the bong, it's a type of smoke.
That's true.
Come on.
A bong I can smoke myself, thank you.
You can smoke your own bong?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of guys that get ribs removed for that.
Does anybody see where I left the rail?
We're talking about bongs. What are you talking about?
Okay.
all the way at the tip too. I can rip it from.
Okay. Let's move on to the next objectionable thing.
Okay, before we leave, could I say just one thing about paper?
Oh,
all paper, whatever color, whatever size, whether legal or illegal, burns wonderfully. Thank you.
Amen.
Nazis taught us that. Yes.
I feel the shade of Godwin. I feel the shade of Godwin.
Yes, we have the shame of Godwin has just entered the building.
I was gonna say the blonde paper I used earlier was white paper, and they burn pretty well. Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the topic.
Yep. Very blunt.
I want to just get a quick in regarding aliens. I want to see who in this room believes in aliens. And of course, by aliens, I mean people that live in other countries. So let's start with Jade. Jade, do you believe there are people that live in other countries?
Oh, I live in Santa Cruz County, California. We're filled with aliens. They're freaking everywhere.
Okay.
There are yellow aliens and red aliens and, well, there aren't any purple ones. But there are all sorts of shades of brown and white and pink and red.
Are you sure you're not
yeah,
supposed to on paper?
What? I'm sorry. Yes, I believe in aliens.
I was going to go to Benneberry now.
Oh,
If you can
sorry.
Yes.
Do you believe there are people that live in other countries? Do you believe in aliens?
Yes. Yes, I believe people live where they live. Yep.
Oh, okay. That's Lenny?
Well, I don't know.
You're an alien, aren't you?
I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am an alien.
Yeah, I've been told that before. Yes.
And I've come to this country to teach you guys how to live.
Now, of course, he could be saying this. He could be part of the conspiracy.
I already knew it was a reptilian, so it's all good.
Did you say reptilian or raptilian?
Reptilian.
If you said reptilian, that's like the best ghetto rap name.
Oh, wait. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm reptilian.
But are you sure he's not a leprechaunian alien?
Could be leprechaun.
Well, there was a Leprechaun movie in space.
Yeah. But what does space have to do with it? We're talking about people in other countries. I don't know where that's going. But in any case, Jackie, do you believe in aliens? Do you believe in that there are people in other countries?
I don't think the question is whether we believe in aliens. It's more whether we should forgive aliens for the habits that they've caused us.
Oh yes, all the anal plumbing, etc. Yes.
Yeah. Should we allow the aliens to stay in the countries that they're quote not supposed to be in, or should we welcome these aliens? And should we allow these aliens to be able to travel across borders how they please?
Okay, now let's move down to Lee. Lee, do you believe in aliens? Meaning, of course, people living in other countries.
Well, I've met enough Newfoundlanders to know that there's no way that place is part of Canada. It's a whole other country. So I just
I have relatives there, but that's funny.
Oh, Stan, so you have verification that these aliens exist that Lee was talking about.
Oh, well, I'm in a different country than you, so yeah, you're alien to me, I guess.
No, that's just a myth. You're not actually in another country, but thank you for playing along. I always want to come in here and pretend that they're in another country so they can try and claim that they exist as an alien. Yeah.
I think that this country is too big for us to be so cocky and believe there are no aliens in other countries. I just think that this is such a big ass world. There's got to be more aliens in other countries.
And for the sake of the viewers, yes, before I started making that comment, the Eater of Souls left.
I believe aliens are the future. Teach them right and they'll lead the way.
Listen to Neil deGrasse smoking Tyson over here.
Well, Neil deGrasse smoking.
Yeah, not play properly.
We keep having viewers coming and going. Some of them are trying to figure out what the hell's going on here.
Oh, Lenny's chest is there.
Oh, and just for S&Gs, in case a certain individual is watching this, we're joking. This is sarcasm, you twit.
Lenny, is this a chest off?
This is a chest off right now, man. This is how I want to be seen. Shirt open, chest out, beautiful women just adorning me.
You're just missing some gold chains, buddy.
Apparently, yeah, some like beach
we
style
better call
chain.
Horace Vallejo and have him start sketching now.
Lenny, what's your girlfriend's name right there? What's her name?
This is Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, Alexander. The next question is a specific one for you.
Okay.
Prior to starting to say, "Hey, girl," and hitting on Jackie, do you need to get past the bravado of Lenny first, or is it a matter of getting either a little bit more or less Colorado in your system?
Well, actually, I was hoping that maybe one day we can plan it on so we can go and give Lenny a double blow, but it's all good. Oh, wouldn't
Oh,
enjoy.
look at that
Like he wouldn't enjoy it. He would love that shit.
I can see him picturing it in his mind right now.
I could.
I mean, look, hey, look, I'm not saying no, but I mean, are you down? I mean, it just. I mean, I'm only just asking.
I mean, I'm just saying. I have DS.
You have touched on something here, which is the notion of a little blow. So here's the thing: is I mean, what do people really think of those tiny little obnoxious fans with the little batteries that we're referring to here? You know the ones, the handheld ones. You press a button, this little thing flips up and spins a little bit. There's not much air generated from them. Do you think they're really worth the waste of energy?
Well, you were asking that question and you broke up a little bit. So can you repeat?
Those little hand fans you're talking about, the little blows. The small personal handheld fans that have the tiny little propellers that
little blow,
a little bit of air on you. I mean,
Yeah.
do you think those are sufficient?
No,
Worth the energy consumption.
it hurt. No, man, it scraped my tip of my dick, man. It wasn't efficient at all.
What? Carson? We're not talking about Richard Nixon right now. We're talking about handheld fans.
I ain't said nothing about Richard Nixon.
Yeah, you did. You said your dick, Tricky Dick. Richard Nixon. That's clearly who you were talking about.
My dick name is Senor Magnifico.
It's too high for this.
Talking about somebody named Richard that was a former leader of Mexico.
What?
I'm sorry. Could I just derail this line?
Oh, by all means, we have no rails. They fell off years ago.
That's fine. That's fine. I actually have a question for Carson. Carson, I don't know what you know about astrology, but I think the best way I can ask this question is, what is the situation right now in Uranus? Because its satellite pictures have come back. Uranus looks terrible, messy.
I think that there hasn't been enough explorations there.
There hasn't been enough exploring done on Uranus?
No, not at all. And I think I might keep it that way. As a
I disagree. We need to get in there with a probe and just really penetrate Uranus. Get in.
I think
and maybe take the probe out, but then immediately put it back in Uranus.
No, I think they should probably leave it alone.
Hang on. If I understand the way that most of the NASA probes work right now, once the insertion happens, they can't be withdrawn. That might be a concern.
Yeah, especially with Uranus right now, because it's quite of a virginal planet, and no one has explored Uranus thus far.
Well, hang on. We don't necessarily know that we could fairly call Uranus a virgin planet. It may have had many an asteroid collision in the past.
Impacts.
It's not.
Yeah, deep impacts potentially. We don't know yet.
What we do know about Uranus is that it has no water on its surface, so no matter what, we're going to have to go in dry.
Yeah.
And
Is
actually,
it true that it's a gas giant?
it's a gas giant.
I thought that was Jupiter, not Uranus. I mean, maybe that might be your visioning of Uranus, but
And what people don't know about Uranus is that it actually has, our planet has one central iron core. Uranus has two, which is what we really need to investigate. We're not going to know what's gone on Uranus until we're balls deep with the probe. Straight in there.
Core deep,
balls.
I think if anyone's going to explore this particular planet, might want to take it slow and not just go.
Of course, you want to do a thorough exploration. That's natural with anything, like we're doing with Mars right now.
You want to make sure that for both parties.
Okay, now here's the question.
Right.
How many people in here are in pain from the conversation?
In pain from the conversation.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Well, it's not my anus we're discussing.
Oh, you mean my anus, Connecticut, the small town?
Yes, yes, yes. It's a shithole of a place.
I was going to say the one truly interesting thing is when you get into things like astrology, you often hear people talk about the moon being in Uranus.
Yeah.
Nothing's been in Uranus as of right now, which is why I think any exploration of this particular planet should be done carefully so that both parties are not suffering.
And I would like to point out, I think that's backwards. Isn't Uranus in the moon?
No.
That's not the way it's presented by people that do the astrology thing. Now, astronomically, that may be true. I don't know.
I think with the very dry surface of Uranus, it's going to be very stubborn. It's not going to be very relinquishing in the penetration. So we're just going to have to go in hard. You know what I mean?
Don't know enough about Uranus. It could be a very icy, cold place.
It could be a very icy, cold place, and if it was, its name would be what is that woman's name? The governor of Alaska.
Dingleberry?
Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin. God, I ruined that joke. Fuck, I fucked it up.
Yeah.
Can I get a take two on that? Can I get a take two?
No, you can't, because unfortunately, this has been a blast, but we have just hit the hour mark. I might start a secondary one, but I'd like people to actually watch this, and you get too long, people won't watch the crap.
That's true.
So at this point, now that we've dealt with a number of objectionable things, including Uranus, we are going to probably see about closing out in a moment, but I want to have some closing thoughts here. So I'm going to start with Mr. Colorado, Carson.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. Any closing thoughts, my friend?
Don't kiss hoes in the mouth.
Okay. I'm sorry to make you follow such deep wisdom, but Stan.
I missed that. I'm sorry. I was laughing too hard.
By all means, yes. This is a requisite balance. And his closing thoughts are apparently the sound of silence.
Well, I mean, you can't say that it wasn't good advice. I mean, you don't want to kiss.
Anyway. Sai, I'm sorry you joined us. We're actually wrapping it up because I want to keep this one to an hour, but we'll be chilling out afterwards. Lee, closing thoughts.
I think this was a very productive chat. We covered a lot of important topics, a lot of deep topics. Carson's Uranus aside. And I think we covered a lot of important topics. You know, we covered Uranus. And
I wanted to
stay covered.
I wanted to clarify something though. To answer the question, Uranus is closely neighboring the moon.
Carson, we're doing closing thoughts right now.
Okay, all right.
There'll be time for more profundities later.
Okay.
Jackie, if you would, please.
I think you should do yourself a favor and stop being willfully ignorant towards dogs. Just accept truth of dogs. And that's all I gotta say. Amen.
Okay, looking like a true zealot. Okay, Lenny, you're up.
Just closing thoughts. Whatever thoughts are on my mind right now.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever thoughts. What's on my mind? I've never trusted the Jews.
You've never trusted Jews.
Yeah.
Juice.
Is there any particular kind of juice that you tend not to trust more than others? I mean, you know, apricot juice or
Pineapple. I've never trusted the juice. Pineapple is just it gives me these. It's not just every time I experience it in my day to day, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Fair enough.
But I always have it do my taxes.
Ben, to have you join us and almost speak. Do you have any closing thoughts?
Do you have
No.
Do you have any opening thoughts for that matter? Any opening, closing? Take it back.
I think this needs to continue. I think you need to hold more of these discussions because there's much more to be discussed about.
I'll definitely have to take that.
I have a question for Benneberry real quick.
Yeah, you've already closed out. You're done.
I just have a quick question.
Jay, closing thought.
My closing thought is to all those homophobes out there, especially you right-wing Christians, to remember that the rainbow is God's promise to humanity. Thank you.
Ooh, in the
Well,
crop.
I know that the audience has gotten some very bizarre and unusual closing thoughts here. Now I'm going
Can I give one?
Please, by all means. I don't know if you've been watching the stream or not.
Yeah, no, I've been watching it, and I really like the part about aborting things. And if Jason's Burns' mother was driving to the grocery store, and she decided to abort and changed her mind and decided to continue going, I would sure as hell finish the job that she started.
Okay. Now, as I said, we've got some really weird comments. Now, for mine, if you do close your doors and windows, it will help keep the heat or air conditioning in the house, and it saves a lot of money. Around time to pay your bill. And that is my closing comment. And on that note, we're going to call this Bizarre Random Hangout. And
I just asked my question to Ben the Bear.
I'll ask you a question to Ben the Berry before I go offline then.
Ben the Bear.
Yeah.
Nigga, are you inside of a washing machine? Because you sound like it.
Can we been over this, Carson?
I need to talk a bit higher. I can't hear you.
I believe you wish you luck with getting with finding the way out of the dryer that you're trapped in. But I'm not sure.
Baby.
In any case, in that note, I'm going to call this. I might put another one up in a few minutes, but I want to keep this close to an hour so people will actually watch the frickin' thing. And on that note, everybody have a good night.